Welcome back to the Midlife Grace Podcast. Well, I hope you are ready for a powerful conversation that's going to inspire you to step up into your next level with confidence and grace. I am super excited to bring on this beautiful guest. She is a certified health and wellness coach. She has spent over 13 years helping women thrive with sustainable, life-giving wellness practices. With her NYU nutrition background and a personal journey with hypoglycemia, she brings both expertise and heart. I am so excited to welcome Tess Cheng. Welcome to the show, honey.
Hello, Ginger. How are you? Thank you for
I
having
am so
me.
good. Thank you so much for coming on. I just
Oh,
when we met in a group, I was like, she's definitely got to come on the show. This is something we need to discuss.
yeah, I've been looking forward to our conversation. I can't wait.
I know. I'm excited
Yeah.
too. So, we all have to begin where it all begins.
hmm
So, what's the
Absolutely.
story, honey? What's that story behind this?
Well, a long time ago, well, quite a while ago, um, my family has a history of hypoglycemia. And then I found out that from some blood tests that my blood sugar level wasn't so good. So my doctor warned me about it, and he said, but you're young, you can still do something about it. It's good to start now. It's never too late. So I started doing some research on nutrition, and then I felt, oh my God, is this something I really want to do? And then I thought, perhaps I can actually help people as well, to increase an awareness of how nutrition can really help you. So that's when I decided to go to NYU to do my master's in clinical nutrition. And then after that, I practiced as a nutritionist. But then I felt, and then began to understand food was not everything. It's very
Yeah.
important, but other aspects of lifestyle also matter. And that's when I went into wellness coaching.
Oh, wow. So good and so needed in this day and time, right?
Yeah, because there's so much information out there, but people just get very confused.
Yeah. And I know we talked a lot about mindset, and I want to know, how does
Mm.
that mindset affect the way that we eat, especially after, the 50s, right?
Yeah. Yes, definitely it does, because mindset is really what forms the relationship we have with food.
Yeah.
The way we look at it, whether it is something that we feel we go to when we feel stressed, is something we go for comforting. But on the other hand, you can actually look at it as something that actually nourishes your body, gives you energy, helps you with your mood. So it really depends on how you look at it. And so it's very important before you make any changes to actually have the right mindset. If you have that supportive mindset, it's going to be very different as to how you approach all these things.
Yeah, that's so true, isn't it? So true. Because a lot of times we, grab food on emotions, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because we feel that, it's almost like
A comfort.
compensatory. Yeah, exactly, a
Yeah.
compensatory effect,
Yeah, it's a
because with
comfort. Yeah.
stress, what can we do, what can we eat to, give us that boost,
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
yeah. And it's fine, from time to time, and we all need that. I mean, my soft spot is dark chocolate. It really gives me that lift. But on the other hand, food is also a nourishment. So it's important to form certain habits that help us to retain our energy level, to keep us in good mood, and helps us thrive.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have to have those treats sometimes, but you are totally right. We need to see it as it helps us to thrive instead of, emotionally running to it, right? Because you want to feel good moment. I
Yeah.
know for me, I go and get the avocado toast, and it takes everything I have not to get the vanilla cream donut. I mean, you got to shift your mindset too. You got to have that mindset shift that you're
Mm.
going to eat healthy, right?
Yes, and then when when you have that kind of mindset, you feel more empowered and you
Yeah.
feel calmer as well.
Yeah. Like I did it. I did it. I
Yeah.
did it. I conquered it, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what's in the fridge or freezer, it's
I
calling me,
conquered
but
it.
it's okay.
Like you can look at me, but I'm not going to touch you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So, what are some of the simple nutrition shifts that can help women feel more balanced as they're going through this menopause phase?
Mm, yeah, because with hormonal changes, it can really can make a big difference in blood sugar, regulation. And I always suggest having balanced meals, which means, focusing on protein, and that helps you with muscle, keeping your muscles,
Yeah,
and also when you focus on one thing, you're less likely to eat something else, or you have less room for something else. So if you focus on protein, then you're not going to, you're not going to make those decisions where you think, oh, but what about the carbs? Because you're looking at every choice, every time you eat, you think, oh, it's protein first. And then
yeah,
perhaps, some, and fiber is
absolutely.
important as well,
Yeah,
to regulate your blood sugar level. And then at the end, you think, oh, maybe I have a little bit of room for some carbs.
yeah. And at the age that we are in this menopause phase, I feel like, that protein, it helps us sustain that muscle. And that's so
Mm,
important at this phase because we're losing so much estrogen. And
yeah.
the estrogen loss comes the muscle loss, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. But I think it's both men and women as they get to a certain age,
Mhm.
it's just inevitable that, we need to increase our protein intake
Yeah,
in order to compensate for the muscle loss. We are
yeah.
just not synthesizing as much. We need more protein to synthesize the same amount as someone who's in his 20s or 30s.
So good, so good.
Mm. Yeah.
So, you know, why are women at higher risk for Alzheimer's? And how do
Mm.
we, yeah, how do we know to
Mm.
protect our brains?
Yeah. Well,
And what can we
women,
do? What can we do to
yeah,
protect our brain?
yeah. Women are twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's as men.
Mhm. Wow.
And a lot of it could be due to our estrogen, the drop, during menopause, and that affects our brain health. Um, and and so we really have to be proactive in actually, making sure that everything works in our favor. So rather than dealing with the decline, we have to do those things that will actually help us. And one of the very powerful things we can do is exercise,
Mm.
movement, aerobic exercise. Research shows that exercise is really the number one tool that we can use to prevent developing Alzheimer's disease. And besides, exercise is good for us. It has other benefits too. And we are, as humans, we're designed to move. We're not designed to be sedentary. And it also is good for our moods. It improves our moods. And so it's really important to actually have that as part of our routine.
Mhm.
And the other thing that is important, and I think which is often very is overlooked, is sleep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's
yeah,
so many distractions. The circadian rhythm is so distracted by blue light and phones
mm,
at night and with so many disruptors of sleep.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. And also, very often we don't give it priority, and especially during midlife, very often we're going through hormonal changes, career changes, family demands, with especially if we have become caregivers, and so we really have to be mindful of getting enough sleep, both in quality
Yeah.
and quantity. And so and it doesn't just happen. So every day we have to make sure that we wind down. As I said, you have to prioritize it because otherwise it's easy to forget about it until at the end of the day you're so tired you just pass out.
So
But that's
true.
not
Yeah.
really the way we should do it because we need to get enough hours. When we sleep, the brain is doing all the work
Hmm.
that it doesn't get to do during the day. From the
Hmm.
moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we are actually, doing so much. We're dealing with so much. The brain really doesn't, it's on overdrive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when we sleep, we really can do the work that it can go through. It can actually
Right.
get rid
Right.
of the waste that it
Yeah.
accumulates during the day.
It's so good. Yes. So
Yeah.
for a woman who feels stuck in midlife, who feels out of balance,
Yeah.
where's the best place to start rebuilding the confidence and the energy?
Yeah. Always start small. Take one step that will
Mhm.
actually bring you wins, something that is easy for you to do, something works for you,
Mhm.
something that actually works into your schedule. Because, just because it works for someone, it doesn't mean it works for you. Some people live with families with young children and some don't. So you have to find something that is realistic, so that way you can do it. And once you start doing that, you can build on those things. Even if something very simple, like going out for a walk for 10 minutes after
Right.
dinner,
Hmm.
or after lunch, when you're at work, just go out for a walk and get some sunshine. I mean, that's really, good
Yeah,
and
I
gives you a
don't think we get
break.
enough of that. I mean, we're so stuck in offices all day and stuck behind the
Yeah,
computers and,
right.
stuck in a building all day that we are just not getting enough.
No, not at all. And this way also gives your eyes and your brain a rest from the screen.
Right.
So it has other benefits. The other thing perhaps would be to have a balanced meal at least once a day,
Yes, that's
to start with that.
that's
Once
good
you
information.
get the momentum going, then you get confidence, and then the motivation will return.
So good. Thank you so much. Do you have any advice, Tess, that you'd like to leave our listeners?
Yeah, you don't have to do it alone. It's always good to get support and have an accountability partner, whether it's a professional or a friend. This way, you work with someone who can keep you on track, and also someone to bounce ideas with. Because when you're working, if you do it by yourself, it's hard. We
Oh, yeah.
like to actually have a conversation with someone just like we are now, and to talk to each other about, what the challenges are or what you've accomplished.
Yeah, that's important community there for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you
exactly.
so much, Tess, for sharing all this valuable information with us.
My pleasure, always. It's important for us to look after each other and share all these insights.
You are so right. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And thank you so much to all of our listeners out there. If you're looking for a support community, jump on over to the Successfully Radiant Women group. You'll find Tess there also. And please, if you like what you hear on this podcast, like, download, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. This is what helps other women to find us. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. And I'm going to leave you with what I leave you with in every episode. Ephesians 2:8, for it's by grace that you have been saved through faith. It's not from yourself. It's a gift from God. Thank you so much for tuning into the Midlife Grace Podcast. Until next time, bye for now.